Healthy at Home with Bobbi Jansen.
Hi everyone, so glad you could join me today. I have to tell you about my pants. These are my absolute favorite pants. They've been described to me as like a rainbow, that they give off a rainbow, but they are metallic, shiny like a mirror. So for me, what I feel them being a different material, and I know that they're super shiny and loud, so it makes me happy. So by any means, if you feel like wearing something loud for your workout, go right ahead, because I definitely am going to. Today we are going to work on strengthening your tricep and your bicep muscles all at once. We're gonna work on your back muscles. As well, we're gonna work on your butt muscles, because the butt is important for so many things, not just for sitting on. It helps with our balance, it helps with our power movements because it is such a strong set of muscles. Our triceps are located at the backs of the arms, so often we'll train the biceps, the front of the tops of our arms. We're going to train the backs and the fronts of the upper part of the arm, and envision that space between your shoulder blades. We're going to work those muscles in your back. Those are your lat muscles. So find a nice open safe space, clear out your four-legged friends, your two-legged friends if you want them out of the room too. Grab some water and join me after the break, and we're going to get warmed up and moving into some good power moves.
Healthy at Home with Bobbi Jansen. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back to Healthy at Home with Bobbi Jansen.
All right, I'm ready to get moving. I don't know about you guys. It's been a long week. Even if this is the start of your week, this is going to feel super good. We're going to stretch out the neck nice and easy. So I'm standing on my mat, legs about approximately hip distance apart. I am going to take my right ear towards my right shoulder. Don't bring your shoulder to your ear. Imagine tilting your head to the side, bringing that ear towards the shoulder. Feel that stretch. How good does that feel? Back to center, and we're going to do the same thing to the other side. We're just getting some movement. We often hold so much tension within the body. Back to center. One more each time. So right ear towards the right shoulder. So much tension in that head and neck. We're just gonna get rid of it if we can. Back to center. Left ear towards left shoulder. All right, back to center. I want you to imagine shrugging your shoulders up to your ears. Now bring them up towards your ears. Squeeze them up towards your ears and bring them back down to their original position. Relaxing them down. Big breath in. Exhale, slide those shoulders down, because we're going to be working the shoulders back up. You're going to want to get some movement in here to start. And down. I'm going to go for 3 more. And slide them up. Give them a good shrug towards those ears. Lower down 2 more times for me. Bring them back up. Lower down. Now your hands can be open. They can be in fists. This is your call. One last one. Shoulders towards the ears. Oh, that feels so good. Let it go. So my shoulders and my ears feel great. My shoulders and my neck feels so much better. I hope you've managed to loosen that up too. So we're going to kick it up, get the blood flowing a little bit. So I'm going to talk you through the steps of a jumping jack, because there's a couple different ways we can do this. If you're not comfortable with jumping, that's okay. You can step out a jumping jack. So I'm in that standing position, my legs hip distance apart. I'm going to step my right foot to the right side about 6 inches. You're going to hear my feet, my left foot to my left side, about 6 inches. Now I'm in a wide stance. Now I'm simply going to step right foot in, left foot in. There's your standing jumping jack. It's basically out, out, in. So we're going to just pick that up a little. Out, out, in. Right leg out, left leg out, right leg in, left leg in. Now I'm going to pause here, so you can keep going, you can stay there, or I'm going to pick this up and then I'm going to go into a full jack. So I'm going to speed it out, out, in. You can hear my feet, out, in. One more, out, in. Now you can stay there, or you can jump it to a wide-legged position and bring it back in. So you're going to hear me jump out, bring it back in, and now my arms can follow. My arms going to go out to the side as my legs go open, and I'm going to bring it in, bringing my arms back down to my sides, legs and arms out. And in, my arms are not coming any higher than my shoulder distance. Now I'm going to pick it up. You're going to hear my feet make faster noises. 1 and 2, out and in, out in. No, this is quite quick, out, in. All right, you can bring it back to that standing position. I'm gonna get the giggles here. Weird. I hope your heart rate's up a bit. I can feel my blood flowing a little bit better. So you're gonna have your legs this time slightly wider than hip distance apart, just a little bit, just for comfort. Now you're gonna go into I'm gonna say a half squat. So imagine there's a chair behind you, and imagine you're going to sit in it, but you're only gonna come halfway down. So I'm gonna hinge at the hips, the waist. I'm gonna bend, bringing my hips behind me. My chest is staying nice and tall. I'm gonna sit halfway down in my chair. I'm not gonna go very far. So I'm in a half squat or a half sit. My knees are slightly bent. Okay. Now I'm gonna run from this position. So it's just little small runs. If you just wanna march here, just pick up your feet, pick up your feet. I'm gonna run small. You can hear my feet probably on the mat, a little bit sticky. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Very quick. Okay, your arms can be wherever you would like. My voice is gonna get a bit shaky as I run. How fast can you go? Quick, 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 quick. And 5, 4, 3, 2, good job. All right. So grab a sip of water if you need. I'm gonna run out of breath here, and we're gonna move into the exercises. So if you're wanting to use weights, this is where you can use light weights. You do not need any equipment though, or soup cans. And your cans of soup are full cans of soup. They're not used cans of soup, but they have to be the same kind. 2 chicken noodle, 2 tomato soup, 2 mushroom soup. Okay, you can use those as weights at any time. So my legs, I'm in the beginning stance. So legs are hip distance apart. Arms are going to start down at my sides. I'm either gonna make my hands into fists or hold on to my soup cans. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, okay? Because I know we did some shrugs. We don't need to shrug now. You are going to bend at the elbows and bring your arms straight up from the position that they're in. So your forearms are level with the floor and the ceiling. So they're straight out. Your ribs and your elbows are probably making contact. So think of your elbows being glued to your rib cage. The top of my fist, so where my thumb and my finger make like a cinnamon bun shape, that's facing the sky. Okay, so this is our up position. Now I'm gonna lower down, keeping those elbows glued. My arms are gonna come down to my sides, but they're gonna come slightly behind me. Don't lock your elbows, so that means keep them a little bit soft, but press your arms slightly behind you, a couple inches behind. You're gonna feel the top backs of your arms get a little bit tight. Those are the muscles that we're working here. Now, if you want some resistance to work those muscles, we're gonna bring those arms back to that position where they're straight out, or not straight out in front, bent, elbows glued to your side, but your fists are in front of you, okay? These elbows are not chicken wings. So imagine that you're going through, we're gonna use Greek yogurt today. So I've got some resistance here as I lower my hands down to my sides, press my arms back just slightly, and bring them back up to that position where the cinnamon bun part of my hand is facing the sky. Okay, and lowering it back down, press them slightly back, working those triceps, bring them back up, bending at the elbows so your forearms are parallel with the floor, elbows bent at a 90 degree, and back down, press them back. What are your abs doing? Are they all relaxed? I hope not. So firm up those abs, bring those hands back to that bent arm position, and we've got 2 more. Press them back, down at your sides, and then behind a couple inches. Oh, I can get a good stretch here too. 1 more, bend those elbows, and bring them back again behind you. Good job, you guys. We're gonna come back to that initial starting position where our biceps, the front of our arms, are activated, and then you can just relax. Don't drop your soup cans or your weights if you are using them. Shake out your arms, okay? So pay attention to what your core is doing. Are you breathing while you're thinking here? I'm still making fists. You can shake out your hands if you like. And we're gonna start again. So set up that position again. You can make fists. Imagine if that you didn't feel a whole lot that time, imagine you're going through something even thicker. I've got the vision of a Slurpee in my head right now. Going through a really thick slushy. So bending those elbows, bringing those arms in front of you. Your elbows and your arms are at 90 degrees. Elbows are glued to your ribs. Press them back and bring them behind you just a couple inches as you extend those arms and straighten them. Bend those elbows, bring them up, working the biceps. Okay, belly is nice and firm. Imagine your core being strong. Press your arms back, working the triceps. We've got 3 more. So bend those elbows, squeeze those arms back to that first position where the elbows are bent. Working the biceps, press them down and then back a couple inches. And we have 1 more. Bend those elbows. You've got that 90-degree angle. Beautiful, you guys. Let's press them back. Press them back, getting to the triceps, the back of the arms. Good job. We're going to finish. So you're going to bend those elbows to that first position where your arms are bent, and you can let it go. You can put in your soup cans, your weight, shake out your fists. If you're like me, I was making pretty tight fists. So give those a little bit of a shake. If you're using your weight/soup cans, you can go ahead and use those again. We are going to work on your shoulders. So the area that we're focusing on, I touched on it a bit, is the space between your shoulder blades called your lats. So this is for lifting things up, your arms above your head. So there's where some of that power, or pulling yourself up, that is where that power comes from, is those muscles, because you can't solely use your arms to pull your body up. We need those muscles of our back. So I'm going to take my arms straight in front of me. So the backs of my hands are facing the front, in front of me. So imagine the backs of your hands facing the wall straight in front of you. You're going to raise your arms straight up, straight out through the shoulders, so they're straight ahead, and you're going to continue all the way up, raising those arms up overhead, okay, so that they're straight up. If you can't get them quite in line because they're tight in the shoulders like me, that's okay if they're a tiny bit forward of the shoulder joint. So my arms are reaching towards the sky, my hands are in fists, with the palm side of my fist facing that wall in front. Now your rib cage might have popped out, and what that means is you're sticking that chest out extra proud. So imagine bringing that back in, so you're stacked up like a stack of, we want to be like a stack of Legos or a stack of blocks, nice and tall. So we're going to bend at the elbows, taking our elbows open to the side. Okay, so straight to the side, but you're bending those elbows. Imagine you're going to make a shape like a cactus or a goalpost, squeezing those muscles between your shoulders. Now I am making a 90-degree angle on either side. Bring them back up, your hands all the way up to the top, reach up high towards the sky. What's your core doing? I hope it's working. Bending those elbows, elbows out to the side. Don't bring them down lower than your shoulder level. And back up to the sky. Reach tall. Squeeze those muscles in your back. Imagine you're squeezing them. If you don't feel it yet, you will. Down into that goalpost or that cactus. I like to think of a cactus. And all the way back up, reaching tall. And we've got 2 more. So squeeze, bringing those arms down. Now imagine you're between 2 pieces of bread. So you don't want your arms way out in front. You want them straight out to the side. Reach those arms up. And last one, I am starting to feel this. Taking those elbows down so they're straight out from your shoulders, and you can let it go here. Relax. Shake it out. So I'm just giving my shoulders a wiggle. If my hands were in fists, if you've got your hands in fists like mine, you can shake those out because my hands are all sweaty now. So good job, you guys. We're going to do that same thing again because we want to build the muscles. So doing sets and repetitions is what helps us to gain strength and power. Setting up again. So I notice my feet scooched out a bit. They're a bit sweaty. So my legs are hip distance apart. I'm just sliding my hands on the sides to check. I'm going to raise my arms way up to the ceiling like I did in the last set. My palms are facing the wall in front of me. Okay, so I'm making fists. I'm going through thick oatmeal here, bending at the elbow, elbows opening out to the side into that cactus, and up. Bring it down. I hope you're breathing. And back up. And down. These shiny pants are making me super happy. And back up. Why not enjoy your workout, right? And down, keeping that core nice and tight, and back up. So what that means is we're not, bring it back down. If I were to poke you in the belly, your belly is nice and firm. You're not just having it all relaxed, and up. And we've got one more. Bring it down. Imagine squeezing those back muscles as if you're pulling yourself up, and arms all the way up to the sky. Let them go. Good job, you guys. We're gonna head on down to the floor. So on your mat, on your floor, on your carpet, we're gonna go onto all fours, hands and knees. So come down nice and slow. You don't want to rush between standing, sitting, or lying at any time. So I'm going to set this up. I am on all fours. My hands are underneath my shoulders, so my arms are straight. My palms are flat on the mat. My fingers are spread slightly. My pointer fingers and my second finger next to my thumb is pointing straight ahead on each hand. My knees are approximately right underneath the hip, so that should be nice and straight. So I'm like a table. It's exactly what I am like a table, so you could put something on my back. My back is flat. Now watch you're not looking up towards the sky, because that's going to put some strain on the neck. So keep your neck in line with your spine so it's nice and long. So think of your nose looking down towards the ground. Now, the tops of my feet are flat on the floor. I'm going to use my left leg. I'm going to keep my knee bent and I'm going to raise that leg so it's like I'm kicking the ceiling. So I'm going to lift up that leg, flex the foot, and I'm going to bring that leg at a 90 degree. So it's like half of my cactus. And the sole of the foot is coming towards the sky. Okay, keeping that knee bent. So I want to work my butt muscle here. So I'm imagining pressing up towards the sky and bringing it down to that starting position, knee on the floor. Back up, press towards the sky, knee is bent, everything's a 90-degree angle. Feel that in your butt muscle, bring it down. Good job. This is kind of like think of a donkey kicking and up towards the sky. I have not actually seen this, but that's what I hear is kind of like. They call it a donkey kick. Sole of the foot towards the sky. Press it up, use your butt muscles, don't use your low back. So to bring it back down, protect your low back, imagine those ab muscles being strong. Foot towards the sky and down, and good job. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side, because what we do to one side, we absolutely have to do to the other. Tops of the feet are flat on the floor. You can hear me banging them on the floor, okay? So I'm setting up again, making sure nothing's come out of line. Okay, sole of the foot towards the sky. So my right leg, press the sole of the foot up and bring it down. Keep that knee bent so it's a 90-degree angle, kicking the ceiling, and up, down. Good job. And up and down, and you've got two more. You've got this. And up, pressing towards the sky and down. You got one more? Sure you do. One more, press towards the sky and down. So you can relax, grab some water. You guys did awesome. So join me after the break for a cool down.
Healthy at Home with Bobbi Jansen. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back to Healthy at Home with Bobbi Jansen.
All right, you guys, I hope you're ready to cool down and stretch out those muscles and relax. You can come join me on the floor. I'm on the floor in a cross-legged position. We're going to start off by stretching out the neck because it gets rid of all of that day's tension. And since we were working the shoulders and back, sometimes it kind of creeps up. So sitting in a nice cross-legged position, we're going to do half head circles. So what I'm going to do is take my right ear towards my right shoulder. So tilting my head towards the right. Now I'm going to bring my chin towards my chest, making a half circle, bringing my left ear towards the left shoulder. So imagine drawing a half circle with your neck, your nose, your head, and bring it back towards the right, just getting some movement. We never want to bring it back. So this is why we're doing half head circles forward. So just the front part. And this gets a good stretch in the back of the neck. I'm back at the left side. I'm going to come all the way back through to the center and come back up to sitting. Oh, that feels so much better. We're going to get some movement in the shoulders too to stretch out the muscles. So this is from those goalpost or cactus exercise. We've kind of built up and strengthened the muscle. We want to stretch it. So bring your shoulders all the way up towards your ears. Feel a good stretch. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bring them back down. So imagine getting some movement in there. Big breath in, bring those shoulders up towards your ears. Oh, that feels so good. I can hear some crunching and cracking in there. Lower them back down. And let's do that one more time. Big breath in, shoulders towards the ears. Let's hold it up here just for a second. Big breath. Oh, that feels good. Let it go. Shoulders are back down into their original position. This next stretch is a little bit tricky, so bear with me as I talk you through it. So I want you to start by extending both legs straight out in front of you. Okay, so I'm sitting, my legs are long in front of me. Your feet can be flexed or pointed, it does not matter just yet. I am going to bend my right leg. So I'm going to bend my right leg. I'm going to bend my knee so it's up towards the sky. Sole of the foot is now flat on the floor. So I've got kind of an upside down V. I'm going to open my knee to the side. My right knee is going to fall open to the side. I'm going to place the outside edge of my right foot on top of my left thigh. So on top of the meaty part, just above your knee joint. You never want to put pressure on the joint. So my knee is falling open to the side. Okay. So from here, this might be enough. If this is your edge or this is where you feel that stretch, you're going to stay there. My hands are going to be fingertips on the floor at my sides or just slightly behind me. So fingertips are resting on the floor. Now I'm going to slide my left foot, the heel of my left foot, closer towards my butt. So I'm going to bend the knee, bringing it into an upside down V shape, bringing that foot closer. Whoa, I feel a stretch there, so that's where I'm going to stop. My heel is on the floor. You can relax your toes. Okay, so I'm getting a stretch in through the hips, groin, and butt. If you don't feel a whole lot, you can bring that heel closer towards your butt, bending the knee a little further. If it's too much, you just ease off, okay? And imagine that right leg that's in that half cross leg almost. Imagine it kind of relaxing open, relaxing that hip. Oh my, it's been a while since I've done this one. Okay, so I'm going to come out of this stretch. So I'm going to extend that left leg along the floor, and then remove my right leg from the top of the left and extend both legs straight out again. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Bring that foot onto the floor, bend the knee, kneecap is towards the ceiling, open the leg, outside edge of the left foot onto the meaty part of the right leg, stay here, or bring your heel close towards your butt of your right leg. So you're bending that leg, your knee is bent, your left leg, that knee is bent, but it's fallen open. Okay, half cross leg. All right, you guys, you are so amazing, and thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again. I'm going to come out of this stretch now, so nice and slow. I want you to stay moving and stay motivated, and we will see you soon.
Host, Bobbi Jansen. Video production, Honeycut Studios. Integrated Described Video Specialist, M. Williams. Content Development Specialist, Jim Crisco. Supervising Producer, Jennifer Johnson. Director, Production, Karen I. VP, Content Development and Programming, John Melville. President and CEO, David Arrington. Copyright 2022, AMI Accessible Media, Inc.
An AMI original production.